Hello everyone, it is Power at Pilates time and I hope you're all really well today. It's been a gorgeous day so far, so fingers crossed it keeps like this for the rest of the day and hopefully the weekend too. Okay, today we are going to be doing some more lying down exercises. These are designed to challenge your pelvic stability, get your body working and really fire up your core because we're going to be trying our single knee folds and our double knee folds today. All you need is a mat and a little cushion, which I haven't got ready, so if you have a little narrow cushion, a little bit like this one, to support your head, that would be great. So we're going to pop that down on the mat, and then we're going to come down to lying in relaxation position. So I'd like you to set yourself up with your head supported by your cushion, your feet flat on the floor, and then take your knees and feet hip distance apart. Take your arms nice and long down by your sides and just tuck your shoulder blades underneath you so your ears are away from your shoulders. Gaze is going directly up to the ceiling, and your nose, your breastbone, and your pubic bone are in one long line. I'm going to do a few pelvic tilts here, and this is just to warm up our spine and to help us find our neutral spine and pelvis. So all we're going to do is take a deep breath in, wide and deep to our rib cage, and as we breathe out, we're just going to rock back, imprinting our lumbar spine into the mat. So you're tucking your pelvis, sending your toe button really deep into the mat. And then as we inhale, we're going to rock our pelvis the other way. So you might just arch away from the mat ever so slightly. So you can see I can fit my hands underneath my back there. Let's take a few more of these. So this is great just for warming up your spine, getting your core muscles working as well. And if you've woken up with an achy back, this can sometimes do wonders just to get it moving. So we're just rocking backwards and forwards, imprinting and arching away ever so slightly, and keeping our shoulders and our jaw released. So tucking and arching. Going a few more times. Super. And let's go a couple more times like this before we get started on the main exercises. Super. Okay, so I'd like to find somewhere where you are neither imprinting your spine and you're not arching away. You're just nicely balanced in between. You should find that your hips are level with your pubic bone, so you can create a triangle there. You're going to take our arms down by your sides once again and go into a rib cage closure. So all I'd like you to do is breathe in. As you breathe out, just start to float your arms up, taking them in line with your shoulders, directly over your shoulders, and floating them back towards the floor behind you as far as you can without popping your rib cage up. So you might be able to reach the floor. You might just be hovering off the floor, but wherever you are, just make sure you've not let your rib cage pop up from the floor. Keep it nice and strong, toe muscles switched on. And then you go inhale, reach back up, over and down by your side. Let's go again, breathing out, reach all the way up and over, taking your arms back towards the floor behind you, really reaching through your fingers. And you might find that as your shoulders get warmed up, you can go even further. So fab for your posture, fab for getting your shoulders moving, especially if you're spending time bending over to work or cook or sew, knit, breastfeed, whatever you do during the day. Really lovely to reach through your fingers and get this movement in there. So again, remember your toe muscles switch on about here to prevent your spine from popping up. So this is a lovely building block exercise in Pilates that we can use to do all sorts of things. So it's worth taking the time to get these foundations correct before we move on to something a little bit more complicated and challenging. Lovely, okay, we're going to do one more like this. So nice deep breath out. And then as you breathe in, reach all the way up and take your arms down by your sides. Well done. Okay, we're going to go into a single knee fold now. So this is really going to challenge our core stability. And for this, we're going to hinge from our hip. So the movement is that we hinge from the hip, bringing our knee in. So our thigh is vertical. I need to get that right. Vertical, but the angle of our knee has stayed the same. And also you haven't rocked your spine back into the mat. So I'll just show you again. It's really easy to do this and imprint your spine. You can see how far I can draw my knee in here. If I do it so I have no movement at all through my torso, I can only reach to about there. So we're going to go from leg to leg. So let's take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, float one leg in. Inhale, lower down. Feeling this lower abdominal area tighten and using your core muscles to ensure that there's no movement through your spine here. Like to be really careful just to relax your jaw and your shoulders. And take this nice and slowly. So we're moving with control and precision. So we're going to breathe out. Inhale to lower that leg down. Let's go again. Breathing out, remembering that the movement doesn't come from the knee, it's coming from the hip. And if you want to make this slightly more challenging, let's reduce the base of our support by taking our arms up in the air. So our arms up in the air, meaning we really have to rely on the stability of our torso and our core to help us with this movement. So breathing out and in. Lovely. Let's go again. Breathing out and in. Keeping the weight going down through the back of your sacrum, making sure you're not arching that spine. And one more here. And bring that leg down, float your arms down by your sides. So you can either stick with this exercise or you can really challenge yourself. I'm going to try and go into our double knee fold. So for this one, we're going to bring our legs in one at a time, but I want you to be really careful. If you feel that your spine is arching away from the mat or imprinting, you haven't got enough core strength, so just drop it down and go into those single knee folds. And if you feel that there's any strain anywhere as well, just have a rest and don't push it too far. We're going to build up our strength really gradually, which is why we're taking it step by step. So give it a go. If it's not for you, there's nothing wrong with practicing those single knee folds until you've built up the strength and stamina. So checking our starting position, neutral spine and pelvis, knees and feet hip distance apart, shoulders lengthened away from our ears. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, let's bring one leg up and then bring the other leg up to join it. You might find that's enough for you. And then we're going to take one leg down using these core muscles here and the other leg. So see how that feels. And remember, you can always just stick to that single knee fold if you prefer. So breathing out and out, not in arching our spine or imprinting our spine. Take leg one down, then leg two. Super. Let's see if we can do a few more reps like this. Breathing out and out. Super. Inhale. And inhale, and if this is feeling great for you, we're going to float our arms up. And we're going to do the same here. So you should really feel those muscles around your middle switching on. So this is going to really help build the strength of that internal core of muscles that crisscross around your torso and support your spine, helping to protect it against injury. So it's really, really great to build up the strength bit by bit through here. Let's go 2 more times, breathing out and in. And float your arms down by your sides. Well done. All right, so we're going to revisit one of the exercises that we did in our first session. And this is just going to get some lovely length through our bodies after doing that nice abs exercise. So we're going to go into a starfish. So this is where we slide opposite arm and opposite leg away from us, keeping our heel on the floor and taking our arm up into single ribcage closure. So let's breathe in. As you breathe out, start sliding one foot and one arm away from you, really reaching through your heel. Feel that stretch. Keep your core muscles switched on and coming down. Inhale, draw all the way back. Let's go on the other side now. Breathing out really smoothly. Keep your gaze going towards the ceiling. Press through your heel, reach through your fingers. Keep your torso nice and still. Inhale, draw back. Going again, sliding away. Breathing out. Inhale, come back. Well done. Breathing out. So don't underestimate these really lovely exercises. They're fantastic. They're helping you practice with your alignments, your coordination as well, and for timing your movement with your breath. And these are all building block exercises which you can use to help you as we get a bit more advanced. So pressing away through your heel, feel that stretch along the back of your hamstring. Draw back in. Well done. Let's go again. Breathing out, pressing through, reaching through your fingers, reaching through your heel. And back in. Good. And one more to each side like this. Breathing out. And in, making the movement as smooth as you can. And our final one. Breathing out, pressing through. And coming back in. Take your arms down by your side, then take them slightly wider than your body. Bring your knees and feet together. We're just going to do a little rock from side to side. So we're going to breathe out, take our legs over to one side. Inhale, draw everything back through to center. Going over to the other side, breathing out. coming back to center. Lovely. So we're just rolling from side to side, getting rotation through our spine and just easing out the waist muscles as well. So giving ourselves a little bit of movement and strength. One last one to each side here. Keep your gaze going into the ceiling and your shoulders heavy on the floor. Over to the side, brilliant. Back through to center, and then we're going to come to sit up. So you can either roll onto your side and sit up, or you can just sit up from lying down all the way up and sit however suits you best. So I'm going to have a nice cross-legged here. We're just going to take 2 final breaths in and out here. So we're going to breathe in, breathing out, reaching up towards the ceiling, press the air away. And one more time, breathing out, reaching all the way up and press the air away. And give yourself a nice clap. Well done. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to be back tomorrow for another 10-minute session, so I hope to see you then. And as ever, if you have questions, please let me know. And if you've done the class, please let me know as well. It just helps me feel that I'm helping you through this weird lockdown that we're in. Take care and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.